Hello everyone, a bit late today as I've been to my granddaughter's. I didn't have time this morning to do any videos or anything before I went down my granddaughter's, but I did have to go to the shops on my way to my granddaughter's. I went out a little bit earlier because I didn't have any sweets for the kids and I didn't have any milk for myself. And I wanted some bread as well. I do have a few slices of bread left. I'll have one or two buns anyway if I run out of bread. But you know, I went to the shopping place where there is B&M and Aldi's. And it is a walk. It's quite a large car park and it's quite a, not too long a walk, you know, but it was absolutely pouring. The rain was just gushing down. But you know, with it being near Christmas time, I don't know where everybody comes from, but that large car park, I was driving round and round trying to find a parking place. Just everybody seemed to be out, you know. I know it's near Christmas, but why is everybody out shopping all at once? I don't do that. But anyway, I was driving round and round trying to find a parking place, and I wanted to park somewhere sort of in the middle because the distance was the same both ways. I went to Aldi's because I was going to Aldi for the bread and milk, and then I was going to go to B&M for sweets for the kids because there's one particular kind that little Eddie likes, the gold bears, and they don't sell them in Aldi's. They do sell them in Home Bargains, but I wasn't going that way. But they do sell them in B&M, and they cost more in B&M than they do in Home Bargains. But the nearest car parking space I could find was right down near B&M, and I thought, well, I'm just going to get my milk in there. I can get milk in there, but I found out they don't seem to sell bread. I couldn't find any bread, but I thought I'm okay. I've got enough bread for a few days anyway, with buns and that, and I'll get the sweets I want there. So that's what I opted to do, because if I'd come out, I knew I would have had trouble finding another parking place if I wanted to take the car out so I didn't get absolutely soaked to walk up to where Aldi's was. I would have drove the car up there. Not laziness, just for the sake of getting soaked. And I didn't put my hat on when I came out the house. Well, I have two umbrellas. I have one in the house and one in the car. Only the last time I was in the car, it had been raining when I brought the car home, and I got the umbrella out of the glove compartment to shut my garage door and then shut my drive gates and get into the house because it was chucking it down again. And I forgot to put that umbrella back in the car, and I didn't put my hat on, and I haven't got a hood on my coat, so my hair doesn't take much to make it wet because it's very thin now. Used to be very thick when I was younger, but I seem to be losing a lot off the front. My fringe is disappearing, so it was absolutely soaked. Just few steps getting out of the car into B&M, so I got what I wanted in there and got soaked getting back into the car again. And then when I get to my granddaughter's, I park a little way away from where she lives because there's too many cars parked in front of her house. So I got soaked again from there to her house. Just my hair, more or less, like, but dries pretty quick with it being so thin. It didn't, you know, take long to dry, like. So I spent the afternoon at my granddaughter's and we were just having a good chat and everything. And she was making little pom-poms and making them into sprouts. She was selling earrings like that at one time. They were like little sprouts and little pom-poms, tiny little ones she was putting on the earrings. And anyway, she made them for the kids. This was last year. And little Eddie this year took one into school with him, and all the kids wanted one. So that's what Cheryl was sitting to, making all these pom-poms to make these little sprouts. She makes the green pom-poms and puts like a little red sort of like a little crown thing on that top and then glues a couple of little eyes on them. So she was sitting making them, and Eddie couldn't wait for her to get them done. And she's telling, well, you can't play with them, you've got to wait till the glue dries on them and that. And he was going to take them into his friends. And so she's glad he's only got 13 in his class. So she only had 12 other ones to make. But I was having a laugh, you know, laughing at what she was doing. I was just sitting doing some of my knitting, and it was just us three and Craig doing the dinner, because he does the dinner on a Sunday. And the other, well, one of the oldest boys upstairs in his bedroom, we never see him anyway till it's time to go home. He comes down for his sweets and his pocket money. That's all I see of him, and he comes down for his dinner. But Tommy, the middle one, was up his friends, and it was just quiet in the house, just, you know, Eddie watching what his mum was doing, trying to help his mum, me sitting knitting, Craig doing the dinner and that, and then Eddie. And then Tommy came in and it started their fighting and the carrying on. It was after dinner and we sat down doing a little bit more what we'd been doing before dinner and that. And it got to about 6 o'clock and I thought, oh, I'm going home into my nice quiet house. At least it wasn't raining quite so heavy when I had to go out and walk across to the car. So I came home and I had been doing a little bit of my knitting. This is the second sleeve. It took me a little bit longer to finish the sleeve I had on yesterday. I thought I had done knitted up to 15 inches on the sleeve, but that was measuring it just across my knee. But I think I had stretched it a bit much. When I put it flat on the table and measured it, it was only 13 inches. So I had 2 inches more than I thought to knit last night. So that's what I did. I managed to finish the sleeve off. A little bit left at the top. I had to finished off this morning before I went down Cheryl's, and I just started this. I'd done the first couple of rows, cast on the stitches and done a couple of rows before I went to Cheryl's. So I got the rib, 16 rows of rib and 1 row of knit and 1 row of purl before I started the pattern on it. So I got a little bit done in between the, you know, me and Cheryl talking and everything, and we were talking about Pinterest and trying to wonder how they make money on there. So we started looking into it, and apparently it's not Pinterest itself, it's affiliate links that you can for products and thing. You have to have affiliate links and that. But the way money is made is the way I have been actually making money off other people putting my videos for my tutorials onto Pinterest, and them through those videos going up there and people watching them is driving them to my channel, and I was getting subscribers and views through some of the tutorials that's been people have taken off my channel and put up onto Pinterest. So I'm probably going to start doing something like that myself, putting some of my own tutorials up on there. And there was 1 or 2 other ways, but nothing to do with Pinterest themselves. It's what people view on there that gives you the revenue from it. So the only way I'm going to do it, I'm not bothering with affiliate links, anything like that. I already have an account on there, and I have put 1 or 2 things on there. I have what you call a board, and I've put 1 or 2 things on there, but I never really thought much about it until I started realizing that there was a lot of my videos going on to Pinterest and wondering why they were there and how they got there. And so that's what I'm going to start doing. I'm going to start putting some of my tutorials up on there, and that anyone that hasn't seen them through YouTube might see them on there and help me that way. So that's more or less what I've been doing today, but I'm going to show you a little video. I'll stop this video, just show you how much more my cardigan's starting to look like now. So I will stop this video and I'll come back again. So that's one sleeve finished. Not take too long, but I get the other one done, and then I can do the neck and the bands. I think I'll do the neck and the bands before I stitch the sleeves on, because there'll not be as much, that you've got to keep the heavy. It makes it more heavy when you have it all sewn up and then you're doing the neck and the bands afterwards. So keep moving it around after each row and that. So I think I'm going to do the neck and the bands first before I sew the sleeves on. So that is how my cardigan is looking now, and it shouldn't take me much longer to finish it now. And as soon as I finish that one, I'm going to start with another one, because I really do need to replace some of my cardigans and sweaters. One or two of them have went quite big after they've been washed. And wool I used to get years ago never used to go like that. I have some cardigans and sweaters that's probably more than 20 years old, and they still look as good as the day I knit them. But a lot of what I seem to knit these days, even though I wash them very carefully, they say exactly the same way as I wash these other ones, they just seem to be getting bigger. I might have started out with a 40-inch, but some of them measure 44 inches now. I think there's one in particular that I do like. It has, you may have seen me wearing it, like orange and lemon stripes and that across it, a bit different stripes like that, and like fawn and like a pale brownish colour, like in stripes. I may pull that sweater out and knit it up again because I like that wool. I like the colour of it, but it's just getting bigger and it's just stretching. I just do not like what a lot of wool is like. Even when I knitted this one, I normally do the rib parts on 3.25mm needles because it is double knitting, and I'm knitting 4mm for the other parts. But I use 3mm for the rib to try to make it tighter, to stop it going wider. I don't know whether it'll work. If it does, I have some 275 needles. I might even use them next time on something to make sure that the rib stays really tight, because that's part that stretches as well on the ones that I seem to knit these days, and I don't like that. But not just the ribs, the whole thing seems to stretch. And it was premium wool too, and it said, non-pilling, which is not supposed to get any fluff over, and it gets fluff all over it. And for premium wool, that costs, I think it costs about £4 a ball, £3.99, which is £4 a ball. It was James C. Brett's Party Time, I think they call it. So I think at that one, and there's a lemon sweater that I made as well, that went the same way. And that was, I can't remember the name of it, Create, Yarn Smith's Create. That one went the same way. I think I may pull that one out as well. I have plenty wool, colours, have plenty lemon wool, but I do not have any in that Party Time James C. Brett one with the orange and lemon and beigey coloured stripes in it. But it just annoys me when, some of these wools are just not like they used to be. I think a lot of wool when I was younger, it was not particularly wool. A lot of it was what you call bry nylon, or it was just nylon with a mixture of acrylic in it, and maybe that's why it kept its shape better. I don't know, but the acrylic doesn't seem to. 100% acrylic does not keep its shape. I think I do have an odd few balls with acrylic that has polyester in with it. I might try some of those to see whether they keep their own shape. I'll have to sort through my stash and see what I have that has polyester or nylon or anything like that in with it to keep its shape. But that's me just moaning again, so But I'll be going off soon anyway, because I am going to watch that game of wool again tonight. I may watch it on catch up. That'll be 9 o'clock instead of 8 o'clock. And just see what rubbish they're showing us this week. I'm only watching it to to complain about it. Because I don't think it wasn't too bad last week, because of the second part, that they were actually making garments, making jackets. So I'm hoping they might get round to making something decent for a change, instead of the other crap they've been having to make. But anyway, that's it. So I'm going off now to get a little bit knitting done before that comes on. So that'll be about 9 o'clock. I'll be watching that. I'll have to find out where it is on catch up on my computer. So thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you all another time. So bye for now.